Okay, YouTube, back for another cooking video, and today we're gonna make the most outrageous chicken parmesan you ever had. Okay, I got some secret ingredients that you've never seen. Maybe you have, I don't know, but this is gonna be awesome. Okay, so let me get a knife. And we're going to prepare the chicken. Today we're using chicken thighs. Okay? So let me just open this over the sink. Okay? And take these out. And these chicken thighs have bone in and skin on. And we're going to show you just why in a minute. Okay? Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to make chicken cutlets, but this way I guarantee is a winner. Okay, so just rinse my hands. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this pan with a little bit of olive oil. Okay. And then we're going to set the oven to 400. Now stay with me here. So a lot of this skin, I'm going to take off the chicken. It comes off relatively easy. You may have to do a little bit. What you're going to do is you're going to put it in this pan, right? And you're going to spread it out. Okay? Wait till you see this. We'll clean these up later. I just want to get the big pieces of skin. Now, it takes a little time for the oven to heat up or for water to boil, because right now we're at 5,280 feet in elevation. I say 5,200, it's 5,800 in elevation, actually. Almost 6,000 feet. So as you go up in elevation, it gets harder to boil stuff and things like that. And then I'm going to show you how to debone these as well. We'll clean them up momentarily. I always like to stay as clean as I can when handling chicken. So, this is what we got. Okay? So, I'm going to just put it in the oven. I want this skin to get totally dried out and crispy. It's got to be crispy. Okay? So, we'll just, even though it's not up to temperature, we'll just toss it in anyway. Just so it starts to go here. Okay. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to clean up these thighs. Okay, any remaining skin and fat, we're going to get that off. Okay. Now, when it comes to deboning, right, you got to find the bone and cut right on top of it. Cut right on top of it. Okay. It's not hard to do it all. And once you get to a certain point, then you just follow the bone down, just like that, and just like that. And just like that. So this is what you're left with, okay? Toss that out, and we're going to clean this up. Take any tendons or fat or any nasty stuff off of here, and then we'll go to the next step. We pound it thin. Okay. So now this is what you got. Okay? So we're going to do this for the rest of them. So stay with me and we'll be back shortly. We'll speed this up in the video. Okay, welcome back. I cleaned up those chicken thighs, and now we gotta pound them flat. Okay, so get some plastic wrap. Just like this. Like I said, we cleaned them up about as best as we can. Okay. And I always like to use the flat end. Nice. Very nice. So this is kind of what you got, a nice scallopini, okay? Some pieces are thicker than others. They need to be pounded out. Slaving over a hot stove all day. But I love cooking. Like I said, I don't know if I like cooking or eating better or a combination of the both. Okay. All right. Just get rid of that. And now we're just going to season with some salt and pepper. That's it. I don't use a lot of fancy seasonings or whatever, you know. Plain old salt and pepper. It's plenty good. Before I go any further, let me just check the skin. Oh, coming along nice. Very nice. Remember, that skin's got to be nice and crispy. I'm done cooking, those salt and pepper shakers, I'm gonna wipe them down with a disinfectant, okay, to prevent cross-contamination. Alrighty. So, before we go on to the next step, I'm gonna check that chicken skin. Hey. Beautiful. Now, I have a jar in here to catch the grease. Look. That's coming out good. Okay. Now, where is, here it is. Now, we're gonna flour this chicken. There's flour on it. Now, as I go along, I always like to wash my hands. Always have clean towels. And then, like I says, once I'm done, we'll disinfect everything so we don't have any cross-contamination. Okay? Throw that over there. Next thing is we got the eggs for the egg wash. Let me clean up some of this mess. Deal with me for a second. Okay. You know, it ain't easy filming cooking videos, you know? It's a lot harder than you think. But we'll get it done. Okay, so let me prepare a few things and we'll bring you back. So you remember the chicken skin that we put in the oven, that we skinned out? Well, this is it right here. So now I'm going to let it cool, let the grease come off it, okay? And then we're going to put it in the food processor and we're going to mix it with breadcrumbs. And that's what we're going to dip the chicken in. So this is going to be delicious. So sit tight, let this cool for a little bit, and we'll bring you back. So now we put the dehydrated chicken skin in the food processor, and we got some Italian style breadcrumbs, and we're going to process it. First I do the chicken skin, and then we put the breadcrumbs in. That smells good already, let me tell you. And that blends the chicken skin with breadcrumbs. I mean, I wish we had smell-o-vision. This smells amazing. It's going to taste even better. Okay, done. Now we put it in a dish, just like this. And this is the breadcrumbs that we're going to fry in. Okay? So now we're going to fry up the cutlets. We got the breadcrumbs made. We use canola oil. You can use any kind of vegetable oil or something like that. And we're getting ready to do some frying. Now, always keep in mind, I'm just a regular guy doing cooking videos. I'm not a chef, okay, you know, but I got a couple of good recipes. I wrote a cookbook, you know, from the Bronx, as you can probably tell. Lived there, well, I lived there for 20 years, and then in Westchester County for 34. So I was in New York about 54 years, and it was good and it was not so good, you know. Now, an old friend of mine that passed away, that's from New York, and we were very good friends, and he said, after you lived here, you can't live anywhere else. And he's right. It's just, I mean, this is, you know, good and bad and everything, but, you know, it's just such a different life. It's not the, you know, the hustle, bustle, the grind. Now what I'm doing over here is I'm reducing some balsamic vinegar, and this is all a surprise for the presentation. I'm going to get a fork for this. And you know, this is a regular kitchen, you know. But hopefully I'll make some nice recipes that you guys can do and enjoy it. I always put a little drop of egg wash in the oil to see if it's hot enough. Now, we can get fancy too. It's 207 degrees. It's almost there. We got a little point and shoot thermometer, which is pretty cool. Well, right now it's fixing to rain. I hear the thunder. And the other day we had some good rain. Rain out here is welcome, because it doesn't rain here. We got 300 days of sunshine a year. Up to 237. Almost there, guys. Okay. Always shake off the excess flour on your cutlets. You see this? You know, it's the 3-station thing. You know, you put in an egg wash. The key here is the chicken skin in the breadcrumbs. That's a nice touch. We'll do a little piece and see how it comes out. Almost there. There we go. Yeah, I love that chicken skin in the breadcrumbs. That's a nice touch. Tastes delicious. Wait till you see this when this is finished. You're gonna want to make this. That's all I ask of people. Make some of these recipes. They're delicious. We're gonna put some roasted peppers on here and nice pesto as well. You'll see. There we go. That's a nice cutlet. Beautiful. I always pat down the breadcrumbs into my cutlets. Now, you could do this way with the thighs, or you could do it with chicken breasts. Now, with chicken breasts, I take a sharp knife and I fillet them. The average chicken breast, I get about 3 cutlets out of it, you know, and I pound them paper thin. And do it very similar to this. But the only thing is we don't have chicken fat with the cutlets. So we always do multitasking when we're making cutlets. All right, let's see what these look like here. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, amazing. Now I cook them till they're golden brown. Like I said, that chicken skin adds a different dimension to this altogether. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so now we put the mozzarella on the cutlets. Now they're going to go in the oven at 350 until the mozzarella is melted. Wait till you see what I got planned next. Dishes. While that's cooking, let's try a piece of this cutlet. Unbelievable. Delicious. First, we're going to put down as a base some homemade pesto. And then some freshly made roasted peppers go on top of the chicken. with the cheese, and then we're going to drizzle a little balsamic reduction on top of that. This is going to be awesome. Trust me. While I'm waiting for the mozzarella to melt on the cutlets, I'm pouring a glass of wine. Now, we make our own wine here too. I make 5 different kinds. And they're all named after pets that we had in the past. This one is Heidi's Magnificent Merlot. Okay? And it's a good table wine. You know? Salud. It's very nice. Like I said, it's a good table wine. It's a good drinking wine. But we make a Merlot, Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, a Rosé, and I forget the next one we do. But we do about 5. We like to make wine. Wine's a good thing to make, believe me. Don't run short of wine. Okay. So, this is what we got. Okay? It's pesto, roasted peppers, balsamic glaze, and chicken cutlet with some mozzarella on top. So now, it's time to say cheers, have a little wine, and taste the piece. After all that work. And this is labor intensive, folks. Like I said, I'm not going to candy coat this and say this was easy. Amazing. The balsamic reduction is nice and sweet. The roasted peppers are sweet. Good crispiness to the chicken. And the pesto is excellent. Now folks, don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that good YouTube stuff. Leave some comments, because you know we need that. And thanks for watching. And I hope you make this. This is really delicious. So you guys take good care. And once again, thanks so much for watching. That's good.